That was a fantastic conversation. I said all that to say I was blown away when I found out that the United States has a charter, a ban on slavery. It's against the law to own people in the United States of America.
Good.
It's on the books. But there are other countries who frown on it, don't do it, probably understand it's illegal, but they never actually changed it in their charter, their constitution, to say it's absolutely illegal to own a human being in this country. And then there's other countries where slavery is legal and active. So I was just kind of wording all that up to say America is a great place to live based on what Heather said. Even though we do have our problems, we are one of the best countries. We are the best country on the planet.
I just want to add the 10 countries with the highest prevalence of modern day slavery are North Korea, Eritrea. I've never even heard of that country. Eritrea. There's a couple other I haven't heard. Saudi Arabia comes in 4th and Turkey comes in 5th. That's crazy.
Yeah, people we associate with. North Korea is always in the news.
Well, we don't associate with North Korea. Nobody's allowed to associate with them.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But they're in the news. They're a world power, so to speak, if you will.
I mean,
Turkey,
that doesn't surprise me that they're
Turkey. But
shady as hell.
think about Turkey. Like Turkey, number 4, Turkey.
4 or 5. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Daggum Turks.
I don't know. All right.
Enslaving people.
So.
All right, I got to get to John Deere, but.
Yes.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I don't.
Do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man?
I mean, I know that song.
Do you know that Frederick, I had to tell you all the story because it blew me away. Do you know that Frederick Thomas Linwood lived on Drury Lane? And yes, he was a baker. The reason that song was created was to warn little children about the danger of Linwood, who, spoiler alert, is the first recorded serial killer known to man.
Really?
From 1589 to 1598, Linwood killed 15 kids. And ready for this? He hated competition. 7 rival butchers. I'm not laughing. He killed kids. I'm sorry about that. I'm laughing.
Wait.
I'm laughing. He was knocking
butcher?
off. No, he was a baker.
Okay.
The Muffin Man. He was a baker.
Okay.
Oh, did I say
he
butcher?
Was knocking off butchers.
Did
yes,
I say butcher?
You
I meant
did.
baker.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Because suddenly I pictured children on tables. Okay.
No, whoa, slow down. Back it up.
Right?
Back it up.
Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean butcher. His 7 rival bakers. He hated competition. So on the bakers, they said he took one of his wooden spoons and chafed it into a point. And he would stab them. He would come up behind them in the alleyways and stab and then lead bakers in the alleyway. But here's the crazy part. When we think about food and resources, now, okay, I'm just going to ask the question, Heather. When you were a youngster, if a man had a donut on a string, dragging it down the street,
Oh, yum.
would you follow him?
You betcha.
Is that crazy? That in the 1500s, people were starving that bad?
Oh,
That's
dear.
how he lured children. He would tie a snack, a cookie, a treat, or a donut, they said, onto a string, and he would run with it. And kids would chase him to get it, to eat it. That's how hungry, I guess they were.
But wait. There was another guy who used to play a flute, and it would run all the mice out of the streets,
The
and
fiddler?
then the children started following him, and then he let all the children out playing the flute.
Is that the Pied Piper?
Yes, that one. Wait, right? I think.
Yeah, but isn't it crazy? Like we
Yes.
create these nursery rhymes, and so that nursery rhyme, that wasn't a nursery rhyme back then. That was a rhyme somebody in town came up with to warn children. Hey, do you know the Muffin Man? Don't go near Drury Lane. The dude's gonna the dude's gonna get you. But I just can't fathom. Like I understand. Like we have progressed in America. We have the white vans with the candy on the side of it. Like, hey kid, you want some candy?
I don't know if they had the candy on the side of it, but I do think that was like, yeah, it's got a
But it's like,
preconceived notion.
what are people teaching their children? Like, if a van pulled up to my children, be like, hey, I got some candy, they'd be like, great, keep it. Right? Like, would your kid jump in a van for candy?
No.
Yeah, I don't understand.
My
Like,
kids don't talk to people that they know because they're shy sometimes.
So there ain't no stranger danger with them.
No, it is stranger danger.
No, I'm saying you don't have to worry about it. 'Cause
Oh,
they're
I
not going
hope
up.
not.
They're not going up to a dude in a van trying to get him a snow cone or, hey kid, I got a snow cone.
No. But crazy drunk lady at the end of our street decided a couple years ago when her dog ran off to recruit all the neighborhood kids to go find the dog, even though there were no parents around. So it was kind of the same thing.
And they fell for it?
They fell for it.
Oh, wow. What if she would have got them all tied up in the basement?
Oh my gosh.
Because she played on their emotions. I lost my dog. Can you help me? Like the Silence of the Lamb movie. When the guy's like, can you help me get my carpet in my van? I hurt my back. I can't get the carpet in the van or whatever. And he's like, well, you just get up there because I can't climb in. The poor girl got up in there and Wild Bill or whatever his name was.
Crazy. Yeah. Me and another mom, we were searching for our kids and screaming for them. And it was a 7-minute 911 call. If you've ever had to call 911, 3 minutes is a lifetime.
Yes.
A 7-minute phone call.
Where were the kids?
Running after a dog.
I know, but where? Were they across the street, left the neighborhood? They were in the bushes?
They had almost left the neighborhood. Yeah, they were. We figured it was almost a full mile that they all ran to try to catch this stupid dog.
Wow.
Yeah, and there were 7 children.
And how
7?
Ages?
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6. No, there were 6 kids. My youngest was, my middle child was 6 at the time. So it was 6 and 8 and 9, 10. There might have been a 12-year-old. But I mean, they were all little.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like Julian's just turned 15. If the neighbor's like, hey, Julian, my dog's run off. Can you help me? Julian, go chase the dog down. I ain't got no problem with that.
Yeah, but Julian's
at
6 foot.
Well, he's 15, right? So let's use age. But an adult getting
an adult never
7
needs a
or
child's
8-year-old,
help.
yes, a 6 or 7-year-old. Yeah, that's very
Never.
inappropriate. Wow.
Never needs a child's help. An adult never needs a child's
Wow.
help. Tell your kids.
Wow. And the kids they know. What did the lady say when they got the kids back?
It was a whole long thing.
She was drunk?
It was,
She was lying?
yeah. Oh, all the time.
And let me guess, the dog was inside the house the whole time.
No, but they did get the dog back before we got the kids back.
Oh.
It was, yeah.
Wow.
Fun times.
Wowzer. So the stupid things like the Pied Piper, the
Muffin Man.
the Muffin Man rhyme that we just sing to our children.
London bridges falling down. Ring around the rosy.
Pocket full of posies, right? Ashes, the ashes will fall
All
down.
those things. They're all morbid.
Jack and Jill went up the hill is one too. I didn't know that. Look into that one. Look into Jack and Jill and breaking
That
his
seems
crown.
like a dark history that Eric might have done.
Oh, did he?
I don't know. It seems like it might have been.
Yeah, it was something else. All right, on to bigger and better
Yeah.
things. Literally bigger and better. Montana rancher Jack Schubart. He's 81 years old. He will spend the next 6 months of his life in federal prison. He has a 3-year supervised release when he gets out. He has a $20,000 fine to pay the state, plus $4,000 in community service. Why, you may ask? He cloned the emphasis rare Marco Polo sheep from Kyrgyzstan, Asia.
Why? Why can't he just like have some sheep and breed them and like let them, roam his land and do the same thing? Like, why did he go through that much? Like, each sheep was made in like a test tube then, and like
He cloned them. So he went. All right. So he went to Asia. Him and his buddies, 5 other guys, and So there's a Lacey Act if you don't know it. You're not allowed to transport or traffic illegally taken wildlife, fish, and or plants from other countries. The Justice Department gets involved.
Yeah.
So the Lacey Act protects wild, crazy life. So he violated
unless
that
it's
twice.
pythons, and then we just shoot them.
Right? So this cat and his buddies, they went over to Asia and they saw this sheep, the Marco Polo variety of sheep. It's a big old sheep. Heather just put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
It's a huge sheep. In Montana, they have game preserves where people pay a lot of money to go out and shoot. And a lot of these big game reserves have licenses to have exotic animals in there, where you can go out and you can shoot an elephant, or you can shoot a buffalo, or you can shoot a mountain lion, I don't know how it's legal, but they have it. I don't know the legalities of it. I've never been to one.
That's crazy and sounds so wrong.
I've been to like quail places where like the farm you go to, like they breed quail.
Or a
And-
stocked bass pond
Right.
where you go fish.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've done stuff like that for fun because I used to pull corn in Georgia. They used to take me out to this one quail place, and you knew you were coming home with quail because The dogs knew where they were at. The guy driving the Jeep knew where they were at, and the quails were just there. And
Right.
the dog would run in, the quail would fly up, boom, boom, boom. You shoot your quail, come back home. I mean, it was more for fun. It wasn't necessarily for sport because it wasn't hunting. They just go out and shoot quail.
You don't get a lot of meat from quail.
Quail and dove are delicious. I love it. Oh, wrap them in bacon.
No.
Put them on the Barbie.
Stop.
Have you ever had bacon wrapped dove?
No. Well, I mean, not to my knowledge. I've had lots of weird things, but no.
So the cool thing about a dove is there's not a lot of you can eat on the bone structure, right? So you take your thumb and you just pop the breast off.
Stop.
No, the quail's dead. The dove's dead. You cut his head off, pull his head off, and there's a little seed sac right there in his throat where it keeps all the seed and the
gullet.
grain. Yeah, everything that is waiting to digest. So you just pull that out so it doesn't get on the meat, and then you just take your thumb and you pop the breast out. It's very simple. And then you take that said breast and you could smother it in gravy and make dove and rice. Ooh, son, talking about, woo, oh. But then, because I grew up with my dad, we never barbecued or fried or anything with dove because it's so lean. There's not a lot. Why are you doing that over there?
So gross.
So anyways,
I'm trying
a buddy
to
of
picture,
mine,
not picture.
a buddy of mine's like, dude,
doves.
if you wrap your dove in bacon and then put it on the grill. So when I was like 14 or 15, we started eating bacon wrapped dove instead of just dove and rice in a pot. Man, but we grew up in the South, so we hunted dove. We would probably have at times, I don't know the limits, but my dad would hunt, I'd hunt, my brother would hunt. We'd all go out and get our limit. Every time we could go out, we'd have a freezer stocked full of dove. You know, we brought them home 5-gallon buckets at a time. And our Labrador was a good retriever. But anyways, there's places out in Montana that do this big game ranching. So these dudes are like, man, if we get this Marco Polo, we can clone them, sell them to the preserves, and it'll bring crazy money for the people that want to shoot this big old sheep.
Okay.
That's what they did from 2013 to 2021. And then somebody snitched the crackers out. Old trifling crackers. But my thing is like 6 months in prison, that's it. You
But
cloned it.
well, what's the problem with? I mean, what's the
Well,
difference?
cloning is illegal.
But why? Like, I mean, that's a lot of extra work for something that somebody's just going to shoot and not eat.
That's
I
a
assume they
trophy
don't eat?
hunting.
Okay.
Look at the horns on that. Look at the rack on that thing.
I don't want that on my wall.
Well, but you're not a game hunter.
No.
If you're a
true.
big game hunter, you are. But the dangers of cloning, well, they banned cloning sheep in America, right? Long time ago. Remember that Lucy?
Dolly.
Was it Dolly? Mm-hmm. Because that's a science project you don't want out of the box. Because if they can clone sheep, they can clone people.
So we're not allowed to do that. They just decided we're not allowed. Because
I think it's a good law. Like, we shouldn't be allowed to have AI. I'm sorry I said that, but AI should be banned also. These are things that jeopardize the existence of humanity.
we shouldn't have internet.
10 years ago, I'd have said that, but now I'm kind of cool internet. All right, I'm paying off Donald Trump when I get back. Stick around.